Hey, all you self-made sons of emerald mine owners. I'm Dale Rodman Jr. III, and this is Slow to Pro, the video series where I go from slow to slowly getting better. Today we're here for the finale of Season 10 at Kyalami. It's an 80-minute race with one mandatory pit stop. We're starting in P17 out of 20 total cars. It's time for the green flag. Now, because this is the last race, it is our crown jewel event, which means it's worth double points. So I really wanted to get as many positions as I could right here on the first lap. Well, no, never mind that. Let's take a look. Let's see what happened there. Now, here's a still image from right before the incident, and I'm gonna draw on screen where I thought that the Mercedes was gonna go. And then I'm going to draw on screen where the Mercedes is actually going. And now let's take a look at it from the chase cam. As you see, Mercedes just held a straight line. Didn't do anything wrong per se. And if we jump back on board with me here, you'll see on the HUD, I should have been able to see that I was not clear of his car yet, and that his car was not trending toward the right to use the full width of the circuit. He never does. Anyway, after all that, we limped back to the garage, finished several laps down, dead last out of all the cars still running. Final standings on screen for the season. Here's the top 10. A big congratulations to Mr. Larson for winning all but one race. And here's the bottom 9. Congrats to us for showing up and putting in effort, making it exciting in the midfield. I'm already extremely excited to begin the next season. I'm sure they're going to slip Valencia into the calendar. I've never raced there ever in any game, so I'm really excited for that. And if you would like to get on the action, it's a great time to join ZRL between seasons. You'll be able to be there for the first race next season. I'll leave a link to the Discord in the description. And because this race was so lacking in action, little surprise, here we go. Misano LFM starting at the back in a field of 30. We're car number 10, so we got a whole lot of passes to try to make here. Green flag. And even though we've got a whole lot of passes to make, I'm not desperate to make any of them, especially not here on the first lap. Being that there's 30 cars, I am certain that there are going to be wrecks on the first lap. It's not a question of if, it is a matter of when and where, and here they are. So now I'm desperate to just not hit anybody. That's what I'm desperate for. So I go extra wide. I don't care how many positions I lose, don't care how many I gain. I just don't want to wreck the car. And we see a ray of daylight, we shoot through it, and that's going to put us all the way up into P22. So just by being cautious and aware, I'm able to go from 29th all the way up to 22nd. Let's go ahead and skip to when we catch up to that Ferrari. One lap later, here we are on lap 2. We've got a great run on this Ferrari. Got a lot of damage to the rear end of that bad boy. He tries to pinch us to the inside a little bit. I brake right where when I think I should, and they brake a little later, and the Ferrari's able to do a great job holding on to the outside line, which is going to give them an inside line to the next turn. So I'm forced to just tuck in behind and wait for a moment. And so let's go ahead and skip ahead now to when the Ferrari makes it through on the Mercedes through the final turn here. Mercedes has a bit of a moment, gives the Ferrari a great run for an easy pass. And now let's go ahead and skip ahead now to when we get the run on the Mercedes. Just a few turns into the future, we're still on lap 3. We're in P22. Here we go, trying to make the move to gain P21. We go up the inside of the Mercedes. Mercedes is not going to give it up. We're going to go side by side all the way into the turn, but on the exit of the turn, we're able to lock it up. And let's go ahead and skip ahead now to the next bit of action. Not very far into the future again here, and the Ferrari is just not going to be able to make the turn on that wide line. Easy pass, puts us up into P20. Let's skip ahead again. Here we are. We've got a run on the Audi, but we don't have time to make the pass. We've got to brake early. The Audi runs a bit wide, and then, I have to let off the throttle a little bit there. The Ferrari behind decides to flash me. I don't know why. And coming into this turn, I just want to stay as tight as I can to this Valentino Rossi Audi in front of us, just in the hope that I'll stay in the draft. And obviously, we are still well within the draft. So now I know I've got to make a move. I've got to make it up the inside. I'm not going to be able to make it through this turn, but maybe after this turn. Yes, sir. Here we go. It's the most dangerous part to probably pass. I know I've got to go down an extra gear into second, and we're able to leave some room on the outside for that Audi. And that's going to put us up into P19 with the Ferrari still directly on our tail. He made it through the Audi as well there. And we've already got a victim to the track limits of Misano in the pits, so that's going to give us P18. let's go ahead and skip ahead to the next bit of action. It is now lap 8. We're in P16 because we gained a position to another drive-through and somebody off circuit. This gentleman puts his blinker on because he recognized we were gaining several seconds on him per lap. So hats off to that guy for knowing when to fight and when not to fight. Skipping ahead about 1 lap into the future now, we're gonna try to set up the exact same move that we pulled on that Audi before. So we're in the draft and we're about to pull up alongside, and we're able to make it happen, get it down into second gear, make it stick. And we've got an alert that there's a yellow flag. We've got somebody off in the dirt there in a black Lexus, so that's gonna be another position. That's a twofer. That's P13. Let's go ahead and skip ahead now. We gained another position up to P12 from a drive-through penalty. Lap 13, here we are. The Lamborghini has a moment. I see it happen, and I'll let off the throttle a little bit, and we're able to sneak right up the inside to gain P11. And if we skip ahead now, that is exactly where we finished, P11. Not a bad result, coming from P30 all the way up to P11 in a matter of 25 minutes. Had a good time. Next week, LFM goes to Kyalami, so I will have some action from that for sure. And iRacing NASCAR goes to Talladega. That'll be my first super speedway. I'm sure that's going to be absolute mayhem. As always, thank you for watching Slow to Pro. I'm Del Robin Jr. III. You guys have the kind of day you want to have.